Once upon a time, there was a man who was very unhappy with his life. He was always worried about something, and he never felt like he was good enough. He felt like his life was a waste, and he wished he could just end it. One day, the man was walking down the street when he bumped into another man. The other man asked the man why he looked so sad, and the man told him about his problems. The other man listened patiently, and then he said, "I think I know someone who can help you." The other man told the man to go to see the Buddha. The man had heard of the Buddha, but he had never met him before. He didn't know if the Buddha could really help him, but he was willing to try anything. The man went to see the Buddha, and he told the Buddha about his problems. The Buddha listened patiently, and then he said, "You are unhappy because you are running away from your problems. You are afraid of facing them, so you try to ignore them. But the more you run away from your problems, the bigger they will become." The Buddha continued, "If you want to be happy, you must face your problems head on. You must learn to deal with them, and you must learn to overcome them. Only then will you find true happiness." The man was inspired by the Buddha's words. He decided that he would change his life. He would face his problems, and he would learn to overcome them. The man started by identifying his problems. He realized that he was afraid of failure, and he was afraid of being judged by others. He also realized that he was lazy, and he was not willing to put in the effort to achieve his goals. Once the man had identified his problems, he started working on them. He challenged himself to try new things, and he forced himself to step outside of his comfort zone. He also started working hard to achieve his goals. It wasn't easy, but the man was determined to change his life. He worked hard and he never gave up. Over time, the man started to see a difference in his life. He was less worried and he was more confident. He was also more successful in achieving his goals. The man was finally happy. He had found true happiness by facing his problems and overcoming them. The moral of the story. The moral of the story is that if you want to be happy, you must face your problems head on. You must learn to deal with them, and you must learn to overcome them. Only then will you find true happiness. Here are some tips for facing your problems and overcoming them. Identify your problems. The first step to solving a problem is to identify it. Once you know what your problem is, you can start to develop a plan to overcome it. Challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to try new things. When you challenge yourself, you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and learning new things. Work hard. Overcoming your problems takes effort. Be willing to put in the time and effort necessary to achieve your goals. Never give up. It's okay to make mistakes. Just learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. If you are willing to face your problems head on, you can overcome them and find true happiness.